Hello,
Hey,
hello. Hi, everyone.
hey!
This is Dave and
Welcome
Roxanne.
to another episode of Online
Online
Business
business
Question
question
of
of
the
the
Week.
week.
If this is the first time you're tuning in, we do this Online Business Question of the Week at least once. We typically give you inspiration, kind of a hope in this page. But once a week, we give you value and content about our online business.
Yes, and we also want to know how global we are in this community. So comment below where you're tuning in from. We live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and our goal is to travel to places with our family. Maybe meet you someday, and experience your culture, your food, and maybe meet you someday, right?
Um, we typically phrase this online business question in a question. The question today is
What's the hardest part of being a business
an
owner?
online business owner. Um, we were talking about this, Roxanne and I. You know, there are a lot of good parts, but we're going to talk about the toughest part here for the people, especially the people that are checking us out, or maybe you've been following us for a while and you want to know, because you probably see a lot of good things, but what's the toughest part for us?
Mhm.
And I was telling Roxanne, there's different seasons in your business, that there are different things that we find the toughest. And the first season is when we started in
18.
2018. We were still working in our jobs. Roxanne was
Mhm.
working in finance. I was a general manager, busy general manager. Um, what was the toughest part in the beginning?
I think when you first start, right, of course, you're excited, you're hopeful, and you want to get results. And the hardest part is, you of course we have two corporate jobs. We're working this online business on a sideline. We're working this through during our break time, lunchtime,
In the
weekends,
pockets of our
in
time,
the
yeah.
pockets of our time. So I think the hardest part is being patient, right? Having that patience. Um, being making sure that even if like maybe the results is not as fast as we wanted, staying on the course, just telling ourselves that this is long term. We have to be patient. We have to keep going, keep learning, keep growing, because sometimes you'll be tested, like if are you gonna stick till the end, right? Are you
Mm.
gonna do this business even if the results are not as fast,
Yeah,
right?
and to stay patient, you gotta always go back to your why and your vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why you started the online business or any business, right? Because I always like have this analogy, two analogies of staying patient. Number one is you need to have a career mentality, know that it takes time to learn a new career, right? And to get paid a career. Again, for me in engineering, it was 3.5 years. When I graduated, that's when I got paid. So 3.5 years of not being paid. So we have to go back to that knowing that it takes time, right? So because the hardest part is you're doing the work and you're not seeing the result, right? But the second thing is your why, right? Why did
Mm-hmm.
you start this? Because on the days that you're tired from work, maybe you had a stressful day at work, and then now on the side at home, you're burning the midnight oil from 6 to 12, midnight, doing the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing that for weeks and months and still not getting results. The hardest part is staying patient
Yeah,
for
and
us.
also because there's a lot, like most of us, right, are comfortable with our life, right?
Mm.
Comfortable, you get your bills paid, right? Maybe you have a good job, right? Or you have an okay life, right? A life that you're enjoying life with your family. So that's why you have to always go back to the reason why you started, because or to your dreams. Why are you doing things like this? Why are you doing extra side hustles while you have a good job, right? Because you want, for us, we want to get ahead. We want to retire our parents. We want to
Yeah.
give more, to serve more,
To the ministry,
to
right?
the ministry, be instilling Christian values to our son, right? To our future kids, more kids, right? So that's the reason why we're doing extra on top of our career at the time.
So that's the first season in our business where we were still kind of in our jobs, and then we started to get results, right?
Mm-hmm.
We started to, in 6 months, we started to earn, like, because we put our heads down, we worked hard. In 6 months, we started to earn, like, five figures, which is incredible, and we were still working, right? Um, the second season when we really started to get results, the second, I think for us the toughest part is staying focused,
Yeah.
right? Because to be honest, right, focus is a very important commodity nowadays. Now that we have a lot of distractions,
Oh yes.
not just distractions in social media, but in our case, because we've tried a lot of businesses before, we failed in a lot of things. We put our kind of our brand out there to the people we know that we are actually in business and entrepreneurs. So when you're in that, people will always reach out to you when they have a new thing, right? So the second hardest part for us was that when it got tough, right? Do
Mhm.
you stay focused on this business? Because it's easy to say, you know what, maybe there's an easier thing out there, or maybe this is not for me, or maybe I can do another business that will be faster, right? And I always joke around that we have this sickness. That's why we fail in 24 businesses, because when it started to get hard, we started to look for other things. We started to entertain the distractions, and we lost the focus, and we jumped on another thing, right? A sickness called ABD, attention business disorder, where when it starts to get hard, you now entertain this invite, this new thing the ad in your Facebook. Maybe this will be easier.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's not, right? Because the journey is not the business, it's your personal journey, your character traits, your patience, your ability to be resourceful, your ability to finish what you've started, right?
Yeah, because a lot of us, right? I think the hardest part of being a business owner is really focus, finding the things that if you found something, right? There will be times that you will be tempted to, do other things, right? So for us, we decided to have 100% focus on this online business. That's why we give credit to this, for our success, because on our previous ventures before, we
Yeah.
weren't focused, right? So for us, you really have to decide and to focus on one thing, put all your energy, your time, your effort, because you know what, focus is really limited. It's like money,
A
time as
limited
well. it's
resource,
it's
yeah.
a limited resource, and it's up to you to really, what, I'm focused right now. This is my season of saying no to other
Yeah.
things and just saying yes to this business.
That's another reason why we got, we finished what we started, we became successful, is because we got good at saying no.
Yeah.
For the last 4 years, right? Because we were a yes people before. Yes to this business, yes to this ad, yes to that. We said, you know
Mhm.
what, we're just gonna have our blinders on, right? You know why horses run faster? Because they have their blinders on. They don't look left, they don't look right, they just go like this. Focus was our for us is the hardest part, because that was kind of our habit.
Mhm.
When we failed in 24 businesses, when it started to get hard for me especially, I started to research other things. And um, you know um, and in your life, if you look at your life, right, if you have that pattern, you've got to, because it's easy to start, you've got to stay focused, especially when it gets hard.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
on the other side, that's when you really see incredible success, because entrepreneurs are problem solver, right? Entrepreneurs are resourceful,
Mhm.
right? Doesn't matter what business it is, right? So
Yeah, Mercy says patience is the key. Yes, Coach Mercy. Hello, hello. Hello, Wagida. Thank you, thank you. Ward and Merly. Hi, Dave and Roxanne, watching you both from Wisconsin, USA. Thank you both for a very inspiring message topic. You're welcome. Hi, Sheila. Hello, Marvy. Hello, hello. We have Joyce from Hamilton, Ontario, from Michigan, Lizelle.
Joyce has a very good point here. She
Uh,
said
Getting out of my comfort zone, working on mindset, which is a great role in how you
yeah,
grow.
yeah,
That's
getting out
really
of your
good.
comfort zone is also a challenge for a lot of people. For us, to be honest, it wasn't, because we already failed in so many businesses. So we're used to getting out of our comfort zone. But yes, if you're a new business owner, doing videos and things like that might be a challenge. Might be
Mhm.
one of the hardest part.
Yeah, Belize says as an entrepreneur, it's hard to focus because you have so many ideas, but it's very critical.
That's right. It's a limited resource. You can, it's like the sun. I always say that, right? If you go outside the sun, right, you don't get burned. But if you put a lens, right,
Mhm.
it can cut through anything. It can cut through steel, because of the ability to focus in the lens from the sun.
Mhm.
Your potential is the same. You have so much potential, can do so many things. But if you focus on one thing, this one business, right, it will accomplish anything. It will accomplish any problems. It will cut through any challenge you go through. I gotta keep going. I have a two, I have a meeting in 2 minutes. Let's do this. And so on the third phase of our business, where we finally became boss free, where we finally replaced our income, our challenge right now is because we have our time, is to have priority, time management priority. So it's very time. It's not really time management. It's priority of time, right?
Yeah, like managing your time, but really managing your activities, right? Like before, right? I always thought that if I could only have more time for the business, and I would be more successful. And we've done it before, right? Before this online business, and it's not true. It If you're not successful in a business doing it part time, you're not going to be successful doing it full time,
That's right.
because it's if you can't handle what you have right now, limited time, you cannot handle more
You
time.
won't be
Because
given more, right?
yeah, like for us, like even right now, we always have to be intentional with our
Yeah.
time, with activities, because personal life, hobbies, or like business.
And now we have kids, right? So
Yeah, so it's you have to really manage. I think that's for us hardest part of owning your time.
now that we're boss free, we actually wake up earlier, I think, right?
Oh yes.
Wake up earlier than we were working. We wake up today. We woke up 5, but most days, when we were working, we would just be, we were just like running. Oh, I gotta go to work, right? But now, because we're excited for our lives, right? But that for me is the hardest part, especially if you're not used to having your own time, right? Because we want to be productive with our time, right? We want to really to max out. Ed Milet says max out. What God has given us while we're still on earth, right? To leave a legacy, right, for our kids. So those are the 3 hardest things.
There's a good problem
There's a
once you
good-
become a business, like a full-time online business owner, right? I think one of the challenge that everyone should be able to manage it is what to do with your money, right?
This is a good problem, but some people don't. I mean, that's our challenge for the longest time in our previous businesses, not the online. Is that when we started to make money, we didn't know what to do with it, so we started to do things that was not good. That's why we weren't given more. So this is a good problem. This is the last problem.
So that's why for us, what really helped us with this challenge on what to do with your money, because believe it or not, sometimes we thought that, okay, making more money will make you happy, make you successful, make you,
Make-
you know,
make it easier.
make it
right?
easier. But really, if you don't know how to manage it properly, if you don't know the biblical financial strategies
Principles.
on principles, then it will
You won't be given more.
yeah, it will be a burden to you, if it will not be a
That's
blessing.
right.
So for us, the Financial Peace University by Dave
By
Ramsey.
the way, we don't get any commissions from Dave. We always talk about it.
Yeah, we
Uh,
always talk about him because it really changed our lives financially, right? So for us, that really helped us, and we always recommend that so that you'll be great with handling your finances.
I hope that gave you value. I gotta take off. I have a meeting to go to, talking about time management. If you are following us, if you're still curious if this is for you, we have a webinar today, right?
Yes, we have a workshop every Tuesday and Thursday. So today we have a free workshop that talks about how to start a successful online business. You can register at our website, daveandroxaneubiso.com. If you miss this and you watch it in a replay, still register, because we're sending you the replay link for it, and we will invite you to our private group as
Yeah.
well.
That's really important. Not only are we going to give you access to the webinar, we also want to give you access to our private free group,
Yeah.
right? Where you see other online business owners, crushing it globally, all around the world. So thanks for tuning in. That is another episode of
Online Business Question of the Week.
God bless everybody.
God bless you. Bye.